My name is Rowan and this is my MOC. It's called The Wheel. So about 2 years ago, I made a wheel out of train tracks by itself, and I was asked a lot, does it move? And so the following summer, I was like, I gotta make this thing move. So I pretty much tore it down to scratch and started from the bottom. And I really wanted to focus on the details as well because I like things to be detailed. I especially like to make really detailed robots, as you can probably see amongst them. But so I really just struggled with having the boat be suspended and have the wheel moving. And that's really the big challenge for this, is having something moving and having something stationary at the same time is never easy to do, especially with Legos, because I initially had the idea of having the boat also be moving with the wheel, but then that didn't work just because there wasn't enough friction between the joints and it kept breaking and falling, and it was just a real hassle. So I eventually decided on the pillar method, which is what I have right now, which has clear pillars on each of the legs that suspend the boat, but also provide a track for the wheel, and it keeps it stationary and it keeps it in line. And then on the bottom, I just have base plates with some tiles down there to also act as a secondary track that will hold essentially the outside of the wheel. Even though it looks all fancy and nice, they also serve functionality because they actually slide into a track that I have set on the bottom, so it doesn't wiggle too much. And then I just have 2 Lego motors in the back, run off one of the standard Lego batteries. And I have a nice little gear system back there that you guys are welcome to go take a look at that if you want.
Very cool, but where's this? Is this from some kind of video game or movie? So where's this from? Or your imagination?
So it's not actually from a video game or movie. It is from my imagination, but as most things with steampunk are, I was influenced by a lot of media, like The Wild Wild West. That's an older movie, but it's very steampunk. Mortal Engines and things like that. They're all very heavy inspirations for most of my work in terms of steampunk, and that's where a lot of it really does come from, is from generalized concepts from movies and TV shows that I've taken, and I'm like, I want to make this my own, so I put my own spin on it and I try to extrapolate from there.
I see below the big wheel, I see lots of different robots and all of that. So can you tell us the story behind that?
So over the past couple of years of Brick Fair, either here in Fredericksburg or in Chantilly, I've had kind of like a westward expansion like concept behind it, where you have these wide group of and diverse group of people traveling over the Great Plains, trying to reach a new place to settle. And so I like to make vehicles, so I had a lot of vehicles in there. And robots are always fun to make. So there are a lot of robots carrying things, moving things. And the story, there's not really a hard concrete story, but I kind of have you have your higher elites up here. So you have like the Civil War veteran, the rich oil tycoon, the steel workers. You have the elites riding, while you have more of the working class people on the bottom, which is very much how society was back then. And that really kind of compounded into how some of the people are dressed up top versus how they're dressed more on the bottom. Like the people in the vehicles are usually in nicer clothes, they're in suits, versus the people who are out walking, they're more in traditional workwear, or they have cybernetics to like kind of get them through the day. And yeah.
This is very cool, MOC. But if you would add something or make something better, what would you make? What would you do?
If I could add something, it would be lights. I haven't really dipped into working with lights yet, but I would really love to illuminate things like the fireplace, and then some of like the translucent things. And then additionally, if I could really raise the base plates up by probably two plates, I probably would, just so I could make the water really pretty looking, because I always love really nice looking water, but I really just haven't had time to do that yet with being in school and such. But yeah, I would love to be able to redo the water, make it the clear tiles with a layer underneath so you can have different colors, and then lighting up all of like the water and the fire. That's really the big goal for me.
Very cool mock overall. Thank you very much for taking your time.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.